Okay, this one is right, because that's how I did it. These are interesting because is this showing me how they are supposed to look? Or is this showing me what their initial states were? I've already messed with all of them. And, oh, this is maybe showing me what their current states are. Oh, shit. Yes, because this one is right. This one, I don't think that's what I did with it, but it could be, quite possibly. This one I put to match this one, which is wrong. It should be upper left, and then I gotta find the circle, and that should be lower right. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Mechanically, it makes no sense, like, in terms of the clockwork, but it's a good puzzle. So this, I want to like that, is that right? Yeah, look at that. Look how that lines up. All right, I gotta find the circle one. Where the hell is that gonna be? I read that note, I'm pretty sure. Okay, no null hand wavy stuff there. Okay, let me examine this some more. So now this is like way up here. Let me turn that back over this way. So I gotta find some gears to go here and here or something. Thuds are DLC. That's cruel. That's awful. I wonder if this is directional, if I'm going to find it. No, probably not. I also, okay, so what the heck? I am gonna say this. This is the other thing, is that I wish for... I think this is also something that Agent A does, and I understand why they don't do it, but I wish for a little bit of a clearer indication that I can zoom in to a particular place. Because I feel like right now, you know, I'm looking for a thing. And I don't know where... I'm looking for this thing, right? I don't see it. It's not obvious. So maybe it's like behind a secret panel in one of these dealies. And I'm not really going to be able to see it until I zoom in the right place. But like, that leads me to want to just double click on everything and see... Can I zoom in? Can I zoom in here? Can I zoom in here? No, I can't zoom in. I wish that there was something in the interface that was a little bit more... interesting. There was a little... that gave me a little bit more of an indication of like, yeah, you can zoom in here. You can't zoom in here. Hey, look at that. Has that been here the whole time? Hey, it's a gear! I like gears. There are audio cues. I don't know if I turn the audio down too much. I don't mean to imply that there are no audio cues in the game or anything like that. In fact, like this, there's a very nice squeak. Well, now that the drawer's open, it's gonna hate my physics. There's a damn. I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it if it comes through, but there's a nice squeak on the hinge when I move it. There's just no thud. Like that's a nice squeak. It's very good sound design, in fact. There's just no impact sound. It's weird. It feels very missing. All right. Gear, rubber band. I don't know what a rubber band is for. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Hey, it's a screwdriver. I fucking love it. No, come back. Can I take this back? No, this is going to continue to rotate forever. All right, well, can I attach a rubber band onto the gear somewhere? I cannot. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll move over here. Okay. Okay, all right. Oh, I can stop it. Interesting. That felt cheap. That felt a little bit cheap, but I did it. Maybe once I stopped it in the right place, it was just stopped. But that felt like I was like holding it down in a way that I wasn't supposed to. Okay, well, whatever. I'll take it. I got a weird folding key. Very similar in some respects to the turnable keys that we've seen so far. Okay, well, I know where this goes. It goes... Well, I don't know where it goes. Is it up here? Oh, right here. That's where it goes. All right. Yeah. I want to... All right, so it's symmetrical. It's got a T on the top, and then each side is like a short up and a long down, and then I think this is just natural. I think that's just part of the key. Yeah. Dang it. And it's symmetrical, so the T is up, and it was a short up and a long down, I think, like that, and like that. But that was a great example. I can't even get back to that, so that it deleted that camera point, but that was a great example of, like, I was looking at the drawer and it opened and I wanted to just, like, you know, look at the top, but instead I had to zoom out and then zoom back in. It just feels a little awkward. And I can imagine how it would feel a little bit more natural on a touch device, but I think generally, okay, I found a cog. Generally, it's still kind of an awkward navigation. Or, you know, maybe it's a primitive navigation. Maybe it's, feels like I can take this off again. Yes, great. It's nice that it tells you. Like, it's something that I think has been improved. Okay, I can't go that way. I gotta go this way. Okay. What? Wait, what just happened? This is spinning around? Oh, I got... okay, that's a medium-sized car. I see. This opened. I didn't notice this spinning around before. I don't know what that means. See, I do feel like I should be able to put this around. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Sweet, I love it. It is, like, the game is pretty quiet right now, so it might just be pretty quiet. It's a lightsaber. Oh, it's a long, narrow steel tube. Oh, what? Some kind of small key. Alright, well. An old photograph. Revelation 605. Okay. Okay, alright. Do I have to get this to stop, maybe? Not sure how I'd actually do that if I wanted to. Okay. Still got these guys and their weapons. I'm zoomed in. No. This could also be like Revolutions 605 as a time. I don't exactly have a clock, but this is very clock-like. That is a clock, actually. Right, so is it this? Is it this? I mean, it's hard to tell what it is, so I don't know if this is useful. I think it's just this. Okay. I've done this. I've done this part. I don't know if this is anything. It doesn't seem like it. I've done this. And I think I've done this. Done this. I've done this. It's just the gear that I have to do. Okay, I haven't done anything with the statues. I have done all of this. So I gotta do something with the statues, and I have a key, and I gotta do something with a clock, but I don't have, I need like to put hands on the clock. There's a, this guy's got a back, so I need to give him a sword. I'll be able to get his back, I guess. And then I've got this pendulum that has a hole in it that looks like maybe this key would fit, but I can't use it. Oh, there's a keyhole. That's the hexagon symbol. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I found it over here. I'm going to move it over there. And does that change anything that I can tell? No, it doesn't. I feel like the game would give me an indication if moving this changed something over on the other side. It's a very missed move. And I feel like the game would give me some kind of indication that it was doing that. We've seen this is the symbol that has existed for all of time in all cultures all around the world. We've seen it on one of these notes. Not that one. We may not have access to that note anymore. But yes, I think we did also see it somewhere explicitly. It's one of these, isn't it? No, that's just a regular pentagon. It was part of the spyglass, or not spyglass. Like, it was a symbol that was printed somewhere and I had to use this. So maybe I have to use this. Interesting. I mean, I wanted to turn this, but I can't actually do it. So it's not that. All right. Okay. Fascinating. Interesting. Interesting. I'm checking the chat. I sort of fell off the chat, sorry. We've seen the symbol before. Seems to be some kind of light change when you move the hexagon, but that looks like maybe it's a bug. I have UI buttons. Yes, no, totally. See how shiny it is. I definitely did not see how shiny it was. I will have to look for that in the future. Interesting. There's a, so okay, so from zoomed out, maybe that kind of iridescent shimmer suggests something that is that I can use my Aether lens on. Yeah, the magic eyeglass, I do feel like it's very easy for me to forget about it. And I don't know if that's a pacing issue, like enough time goes by between the times when I need it. I'm gonna be at least a little bit more aware going forward of that symbol, that hexagon symbol, which I know conceptually, right? Like in a, what was his name? I don't remember his name, but in the writings is connected with the idea of null, of Aether. So it makes sense for that symbol to be connected to the eyeglass. I totally didn't see the shimmer at all, but I'll be on the lookout for that in the future. I wish that maybe it had been a little bit more explicit about those connections. Like, I am maybe, it's maybe fair for me to learn that now, but having seen that symbol once in writing and then once in the world, that was not enough for me to connect it to. This symbol means use the spyglass. And I kind of do want something. I need something that means, hey, remember you have a spyglass. Use your spyglass. Because otherwise I will forget that I have the spyglass. Okay, it's a little gemstone. Cool. All right, I have a gemstone now. Can I like put that here? All right, okay, that's pretty weird. And then, oh, now, did I have hands before? I don't think I had hands before. Sweet. It's the shininess, iridescence that typically means use of spyglass. Interesting. I feel like I have not seen that several times. So I'll have to like really pay attention. I'm gonna have to look for that very carefully. Okay, do I still need this? I used the 605. I didn't use the Rev. And I did not use this. That looks like a switch. I guess we'll flip the switch. Okay, I would definitely would have thought I could zoom in on that, but apparently not. Can't zoom in over here either. That seems really important. There's, yeah, I get it. There's a wheel. I'm just doing my due diligence, trying to click on everything, okay? These are little, these are holes? Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Talisman Company. Heliocentric orrery. Wow. See, like, that strikes me as very similar to real world puzzle boxes, right? That kind of thing of, like, if you move, you know, if you move something to the left, then there's a switch that you can flick. Which is my least favorite part of, like, escape room puzzly things. July 15th. My research into the null element continues at pace. Given the nature of its origin, I am increasingly convinced that it is somehow tied to my very soul. Its properties are becoming clear. It derives a colossal energy from somewhere. I have fashioned a device through which to channel and focus it, but I am fearful of further experimentation. I lack the understanding to control it. I mean, this is neat that, like, the device that is diagrammed here forms the shape of the hexagon. That's weird and cool and creepy. Oh, I found a puzzle box. I have a puzzle box in my inventory now. No, it's not gonna like that. I will take that key, thank you very much. What the... Okay. These are not all the same. This has got like a trident. Okay. Hello. Okay. I mean, that makes sense, actually. It's nice that there was a clue that would have led me to that if I hadn't found it. That's good. There's kind of some, like, creepy, whispery ghost stuff happening in the audio. Very subtle. I should focus on the sides of this box for now. Okay, alright, well. How so? A star-shaped, I guess that's star-shaped. Okay. Okay. Okay, can't look at the sides. I'm gonna need some kind of chevron-shaped something. ignoring all else, how psyched would you be to have this table for board gaming? I mean, yeah, that would be pretty rad. Honestly, that'd be pretty good. That would fit 4 people pretty well. And you could make it work. You could probably, I mean, depending on how big it was, you could make it work for more. But yeah, that's a pretty rad table. Okay. Where was I? Oh, here's a lock. Interesting. So 4 to that side. Oh my god, why are you so hard to control? Okay, sweet. It's a frame for a piece. Okay. Thank you, game, because you do a lot of, like, it's a hole that a key could go in. I did not know that this was a frame for a piece of paper. I would not have guessed that. So, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that quite a lot. Alright, so I'm stuck looking at this from an angle. Okay. Alright. Can't zoom in on that. Okay. Are you going to tell me when I should stop focusing on the sides and start focusing on the top? Square? Yeah. But I guess not that. Okay. Because he told me not to focus on the top. I feel like eventually I'm going to want to focus on the top. Alright, so this emblem is the same as this emblem. But I don't... What? Huh? Why does that show up like that? Like it goes there. No. Ghost Stalker, yeah, that's interesting. The main character knows things the player clearly does not. That's not unusual. Right? That's not an uncommon state for things to be in a game. But I think the nature of this game... Well, maybe it's always something that you want to try to minimize as a designer. And because this is such a sort of like puzzle-focused game, maybe it's hard to minimize that without bringing in extra stuff that you can sort of refer to or rely on. This, okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. This circular panel is iridescent. This one? This one? This one. Oh shit, I literally... There I see it. I do see it there. And I see it there. Okay. But it is very much when you are not looking at it straight on. Okay. So I'm doing... wow. I very much feel like that is something I'm gonna work on noticing and sort of recognizing that it is something that you can only see from that kind of oblique angle, because I am not normally looking at this over here like this. I'm looking at this right here, and if I want to look at that, I'm going to turn the whole thing, right? So I think without the intervention of chat, I would not pick up on that like ever. What the Jesus. Okay. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So much of how this game works is based on a kind of simulation of the real world that isn't perfect, or at least isn't true, but is very intuitive. Like, I think it is, rather than being based on actual physics and the space and mechanics of actual physical objects, I think it's based on our human heuristics for how to operate on physical objects, right? How mechanisms work. So it's less important that, like, you know, all of these gears could actually fit inside of the space that they're presented to be in, or that, like, they have energy stored somewhere that allows them to turn perpetually. Those things don't matter. But our heuristics for, like, how gears when they touch, they turn each other. That kind of physics is the core of how these puzzles work. Except that it introduces this one sort of really unreal element that is not based on heuristics for physical interaction. It's based on like this not terribly complicated, but otherworldly. Like so much of this game is me trying to put myself mentally in the space that the game is simulating and imagining how to interact with all of its various like knobs and levers and keys and switches. I think there's something sort of like really fundamentally disconcerting about there's also there's also like a thing that doesn't make any sense, right? That is it's a lens, but it's also an apparatus for interacting with the world in a way that you couldn't otherwise interact with the world. Like when I don't have the lens up, there is nothing to rotate. That only sort of exists through the lens, and that's cool and like, you know, weird horror in a cool way. But the game, I think, is very demanding in its puzzles, and I don't know, somehow that just gets in my brain, that gets sorted differently. I think it's a lot easier to see. Yes. Moyar says about the shiny, the iridescent surfaces. I think it's a lot easier to see watching someone play because it's easier to be looking someone other than the focus of attention. I think that's 100% very, very true. It'd be interesting to watch somebody play this game, you know, especially play it for the first time with like eye tracking that was any good, to sort of understand where they were looking and what they were seeing, and how that shininess really is. It's very subtle anyway, and it happens almost by necessity outside of your field of vision. Ghost Stalker says, I suppose to me it's specifically that they know more about the nature of the puzzles on reaction rather than simply telling us what the results are from our actions. I do get the I think this is about the narration, the player character talking to me, the player. It's specifically that the player character, knows more about the nature of the puzzles, and because by virtue of them being physically in the space, they're based on the reaction of the puzzle box rather than simply telling us the results from our actions. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. And that's not... It's also not inappropriate, I think, for the player character to know... I mean, presumably the player character knows something more about what's going on here than we do. Like, knows who the person is who left this box and has left all these letters. I don't know who that person is, but the player character, I think, does. So them having knowledge that we don't have and them expressing that knowledge in some way, I don't think is inappropriate. There are times when it feels a little bit clunkier. And I think explicitly saying, oh, no, I know that this table has a top, but, like, don't worry about the tabletop yet. Worry about the sides first. That feels literally like something that a first-year student of mine would say in a playtest, and I would say, no, you can't. That's the kind of thing you can't tell a player, because that is you as a designer trying to communicate outside the boundaries of the game with the player. Some of that narration I think is totally fine. Some of it feels like a little much. But that one in particular feels like the designer just trying to, listen, let me tell you, you don't have to worry about this yet. On the Kyla says on the iPad it's very natural to fiddle with things, with the little mechanisms, which I can see that. I can understand why that would be more satisfying. Certainly, I recognize it in a lot of specific cases, and I can see how that would feel better. I was not aware of the chat VR. There's a game that came out of USC a couple of years ago called Kaisuo. That is on the Steam store. I'm trying to remember if it's free. I think it's free. I'm pretty sure it's free. And it is basically the Room VR. That is sort of the premise of it. I have played that. It's been a while since I played it. I don't know if I remember the solutions to all the puzzles, but if you have a VR setup and you're interested in a VR version of the Room, but you want to try something else, I recommend that. That was interesting. Okay, cool. All right. Do I have any idea what this is? I just managed to open this up. What was it last time? Trial? I really hope that it is not Trial. I really hope that Trial is not possible. Good. Oh, yes, good. Good, 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 good. All right. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so there's 4 of these. And one of them matches this. But that's an indentation, so I actually need 2 things that are shaped like that. I'm not getting a warning message anymore. Whoops. That, I feel like if it was better at indicating to me where I can click, like where I can zoom in, I would have fewer issues with clipping through objects when I zoom in. Jay Leclanche says, "I remember The Room being like the most linear game ever." Yes, I believe that is true. That is my experience of it so far, and that's my understanding of it. I think that it is very, very controlled about what you can do, and that's generally pretty true in physical escape rooms. It's relatively unusual. This looks like I should be able to screw it. No? It's relatively unusual to have much non-linearity in escape rooms, although that has become much more common, right? As escape rooms have evolved and matured, having some degree of non-linearity is becoming much more common. But it feels like a sophistication on the original model, which is much more like this. Like, you get a key to open a lock to get a key to open a lock. SWTLKIEGS. Okay. Oh, fuck me, God. Ugh. Ugh. Dummy. No, show me that again, because that was nothing. I see some, like, some lines that look like fractures, but that's all I see. Holy shit. Okay, well, okay. Sigil. What the fuck, man? Damn. Bright blue crystal. July 29th. A new discovery has shaken me to my core. To investigate the refractive properties of the null element, I fashioned lenses from it. What is the null element? Like, is it a physical object? Interesting, curious. I fashioned lenses from it. To wear one is troubling and exhausting in equal measure, and I am shown visions that are beyond my comprehension. The visions turn darker the deeper into the earth I go. Holy shit. I have relocated my study to the North Tower. I can no longer visit the wine cellar. What? That is creepy. That is a creepy detail. Fuck, that's super creepy. I don't think this is right. Is there somewhere I can put this? Huh. 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 How about now? How about up here now? focus on the sides of the box. Okay. If you say so. Oh, okay. Alright, okay. Okay, uh-huh, sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, what does that mean? Sure. Okay. Okay, alright. A tiny weighted flywheel. Okay. A device for reflecting light. And a hexagonal piece of map. I can't put the drawer in. I guess I don't need to. Interesting. A brass winding handle with a square pin. Okay. Not 100% sure what's happening there. Huh. Oh, this goes here. Got it. Got it. Another intricate wooden box. Oh, now it's star-shaped. I see. Alright, I'm gonna stop soon. Is this just like a telescope? Yeah, I am aware that it's past 4. I need to stop. Yeah, I gotta stop. Let's stop here. Your progress will be saved. I love it. All right, I gotta go because I have class I gotta prep for. Thank you, everybody. This was fun. It's the nature of escape room sort of puzzles that you are always like have just solved something and feel like you have momentum and are also stuck and don't know what to do. And I feel like that's been the last 15 minutes. It's always like, oh yes, I just solved something, but also I don't know what to do next. And this is as good a time to stop as any. Thanks, everybody. This was fun. This was nice and relaxing and probably good for me. Should be back next week. We'll play more of this, and I'm sure finish it next week sometime. Everybody have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday for Mostly Walking. Stay safe, be well, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.